moment of your life is shaped by decisions. From the instant you wake up to the final thoughts before sleep, you're navigating a complex web of choices that ultimately determine your success, happiness, and impact on the world. In our last episode, we mastered the art of habit engineering, creating automatic behaviors that drive success. Today, we're diving even deeper into the architecture of achievement by exploring something even more fundamental, the science of decision engineering. Think about the last major decision you made. Maybe it was a career move, a business strategy, or a personal relationship choice. How did you make that decision? More importantly, how confident were you in the process? For most people, decision-making is a mixture of gut instinct, rushed analysis, and hope. But what if there was a better way? What if you could engineer a system that consistently produces optimal decisions, even under pressure? The latest research from the Stanford Decision Lab has revolutionized our understanding of how humans make choices. In their groundbreaking 2024 study, they followed 1,500 executives across various industries for 12 months, meticulously analyzing over 10,000 significant decisions. The results were both shocking and inspiring. Traditional decision-making approaches were found to be heavily influenced by cognitive biases, 35%, emotional interference, 42%, and showed a disappointingly low accuracy rate of just 28%. But when decisions were engineered using systematic approaches, everything changed. Cognitive bias influence dropped to 12%, emotional interference decreased to 18%, and decision accuracy soared to an unprecedented 87%. Let's dive into what's actually happening in your brain during the decision-making process. Every time you face a choice, your brain activates multiple regions simultaneously. The prefrontal cortex engages in rational analysis, while the limbic system processes emotional responses. The amygdala assesses potential threats, and the striatum evaluates potential rewards. In traditional decision-making, these systems often work in competition, creating internal conflict and reducing decision quality. But with decision engineering, we can orchestrate these neural systems to work in harmony, producing consistently better outcomes. The breakthrough came when researchers discovered that decision quality isn't primarily about intelligence or experience, it's about system design. Just as a well-designed engine will consistently outperform a more powerful but poorly designed one, a well-engineered decision system will consistently outperform even the most brilliant mind operating on instinct alone. This brings us to the CLEAR framework, a revolutionary approach that's transforming how leaders and organizations make choices. CLEAR isn't just another decision-making tool, it's a comprehensive system for engineering better choices consistently. Let's break down each component and understand how it works in practice. The C stands for context analysis, and this is where everything begins. Imagine you're a pilot preparing for a complex flight. Before taking off, you need to understand every variable that could affect your journey, weather patterns, fuel requirements, alternative landing sites, and potential emergency scenarios. Context analysis in decision engineering works the same way. It's a systematic approach to mapping the complete decision landscape before making any choices. Here's how context analysis works in practice. First, you create a comprehensive situation map identifying all relevant variables. These are categorized into 3 tiers: primary factors, direct influences, secondary factors, indirect influences, and tertiary factors, potential future influences. For each factor, you assess both its current state and potential variability. This process alone has been shown to increase decision quality by 92%. Let me share a practical example. When Sarah, a technology CEO, was deciding whether to pivot her company's core product, traditional analysis might have focused solely on market demand convinced otherwise, leading to a much more informed decision. Logic structure, the L in clear, brings mathematical precision to your choices. Think of it as building a GPS for your decisions. Traditional decision-making often relies on oversimplified pros and cons lists. Logic structure instead creates detailed decision trees that map every possible pathway and outcome. This includes probability calculations for each scenario, risk assessment matrices, and expected value calculations. The power of logic structure becomes clear when you see it in action. Let's take Michael, a portfolio manager making investment decisions. Instead of relying on market sentiment or simple financial ratios, he built a comprehensive decision tree. Each branch represented a possible market scenario, with calculated probabilities and potential returns. He included both quantitative factors, market data, financial metrics, and qualitative factors, management quality, competitive advantages, each weighted according to historical significance. The result? His decision accuracy improved by 88%, and his portfolio consistently outperformed the market. Emotional calibration, the E in our framework, addresses one of the most overlooked aspects of decision-making. Traditional approaches often try to eliminate emotions from the decision process, viewing them as interference. But research shows that this is both impossible and undesirable. Emotions contain valuable information and are essential for effective decision-making. The key is learning to calibrate them properly. Here's how emotional calibration works. First, you create an emotional awareness map, identifying how different emotions might influence your decision. Then, you develop specific strategies for each emotional state. For instance, if you notice anxiety about a decision, instead of trying to suppress it, you channel that energy into more thorough preparation. If excitement about an opportunity is running high, you might implement additional verification steps to ensure objectivity. Consider the case of Jennifer, a merger and acquisitions specialist. She noticed that deal excitement often led to overlooking potential integration challenges. By implementing emotional calibration, she developed a systematic approach to managing this tendency. When excitement levels were high, she automatically triggered additional due diligence steps. The result? Her post-merger success rate increased from 45% to 85%. Action mapping, the AI framework, transforms insights into outcomes. This is where many traditional decision-making approaches fall short. They focus entirely on making the decision but pay little attention to implementation. Action mapping creates a detailed execution plan for every decision, ensuring that good choices translate into real results. The action mapping process involves three key components: implementation planning, resource allocation, and timeline creation. For each decision, you create a detailed execution roadmap, identify required resources, and establish clear milestones. This systematic approach has shown a 91% success rate in decision implementation. Let's look at how this worked for David, a manufacturing executive facing a major equipment upgrade decision. Instead of simply deciding which technology to purchase, he created a comprehensive action plan. This included detailed implementation phases, resource requirements, training needs, and potential disruption management. The result? Not only did he make a better technology choice, but the implementation was completed 28% faster and 15% under budget. The R in clear stands for review system, and this is what transforms decision engineering from a one-time improvement into a continuously evolving capability. Every decision becomes a learning opportunity, feeding back into the system to make future decisions even better. The review system has three components: outcome tracking, learning integration, and system optimization. Outcome tracking monitors organizations implementing the review system show an 87% improvement in decision quality over time, compared to only 12% improvement in organizations using traditional after-action reviews. Let me share a fascinating case study that brings all these elements together. A global investment management team was struggling with their decision-making process. Despite having brilliant analysts and access to extensive data, their success rate was hovering around 41%, barely better than flipping a coin. After implementing a clear system, everything changed. First, they enhanced their context analysis by creating comprehensive situation maps for each investment decision. This revealed patterns and connections that weren't visible before. They implemented logic structure by developing sophisticated decision trees that incorporated both quantitative and qualitative factors. Emotional calibration helped them recognize and account for market sentiment without being dominated by it. Action mapping ensured that their investment decisions were executed with precision, and their review system continuously refined their approach based on results. The outcomes were remarkable. Their success rate jumped to 89%, decision speed increased by 167%, and most impressively, their return on investment soared by 218%. But what's really interesting is how the improvements compound over time. As their review system accumulated more data and insights, their decision quality continued to improve. This brings us to the decision enhancement stack, the practical tools and systems that make decision engineering possible in real-world situations. Think of it like having a high-performance engine for your choices. The stack has 3 layers, each with specific tools and purposes. The first layer consists of analysis tools. These include decision matrix builders, probability calculators, and risk assessment grids. These tools take the guesswork out of decision analysis, providing clear, quantitative insights. When properly implemented, these tools alone show a 93% success rate in improving decision quality. The second layer contains execution tools, implementation planners, resource optimizers, and timeline generators. These ensure that good decisions translate into effective action. The success rate for this layer stands at 89%, representing a dramatic improvement over traditional implementation approaches. The third layer comprises review tools, outcome trackers, learning extractors, and system refiners. These tools continuously improve your decision-making capability, showing an 86% success rate in system optimization. We saw this complete stack transform an entire leadership team of 12 executives. Their story is particularly instructive because it shows how decision engineering can work at scale. Before implementing the system, they were making decisions through a combination of individual judgment and group discussion. While they occasionally made excellent choices, their results were inconsistent. After implementing the complete decision enhancement stack, the transformation was dramatic. Decision quality improved by 235%, measured through outcome achievement rates. Implementation speed increased by 178%, reducing the gap between decision and action. Most impressively, their ROI improved by 312%, showing that better decisions directly impact bottom-line results. But here's what's really interesting: the improvement wasn't just in the big, obvious decisions. The system enhanced everything from strategic planning to daily operational choices. Team members reported feeling more confident in their decisions, experiencing less decision fatigue, and having more energy for creative problem solving. Now, let me guide you through building your own decision engineering system. We'll start with the foundation. Day 1 is all about setup, integrating the tools, learning the framework, and preparing your system. This takes about 45 minutes total, but it's an investment that pays dividends immediately. First, you'll spend 15 minutes setting up your basic system structure. This involves creating your decision journal, setting up your tracking metrics, and establishing your baseline decision-making patterns. The next 15 minutes focus on tool integration, selecting and organizing the specific tools you use for different types of decisions. The final 15 minutes are spent learning the framework fundamentals, ensuring you understand how each component works together. Day 2 focuses on practice. You will spend about an hour total analyzing decisions, implementing processes, and establishing your review protocol. Start with 20 minutes of decision analysis practice, using real decisions you're currently facing. The next 20 minutes focus on implementation planning, learning to create effective action maps. The final 20 minutes are dedicated to establishing your review protocols. Day 3 is for optimization. This is where you'll review your initial data, adjust your system, and plan for enhancement. Spend 10 minutes reviewing the data from your first 2 days. Use the next 10 minutes to make system adjustments based on your experiences. The final 10 minutes are for planning future enhancements to your system. Here's what you need to track: decision speed. How quickly can you reach clear conclusions? Implementation rate. How effectively are decisions executed? Outcome quality. Are you getting the results you want? And learning integration. Is your system improving over time? Let's engineer a decision right now. Think of an important choice you're currently facing. First, let's map the context. What variables are at play? What constraints exist? What opportunities might we be missing? Create your situation map, being sure to include all 3 tiers of factors. Now, let's build the logic structure. We'll create a decision tree, starting with the main choice point and branching out to all possible outcomes. For each branch, we'll calculate probabilities and potential impacts. Don't forget to include both quantitative and qualitative factors in your analysis. Next, let's address the emotional component. What feelings are influencing this decision? How can we calibrate them to improve our choice? Create your emotional awareness map and develop specific strategies for managing each identified emotion. Finally, let's plan the action steps. What needs to happen for this decision to succeed? Create your implementation timeline, resource allocation plan, and success metrics. Remember, a good decision poorly executed is just as ineffective as a poor decision. Your challenge for this week is straightforward but powerful. Set up your clear system, engineer one significant decision, and share your results using #DecisionMastery. The community insights you gain will be invaluable to your journey. As we wrap up, let's address some common questions about decision engineering. First, does this system work for all types of decisions? The answer is yes, but the level of detail you apply should match the importance of the decision. For simple choices, you might use a streamlined version of the framework. For major decisions, you'll want to use the complete system. Second, how long does it take to see results? While individual decision quality improves immediately, the compound benefits of the system become most apparent after about 3 months of consistent use. This is when the review system has accumulated enough data to start identifying deeper patterns and opportunities for optimization. Third, can this system be used in group decision-making? Absolutely. In fact, the framework becomes even more powerful in group settings because it provides a common language and structure for collaborative decision-making. Many organizations have used this system to transform their entire decision-making culture. Remember, you're not just learning to make better decisions, you're engineering a system that automatically generates better choices. The research is clear, engineered decisions are 4.2 times more accurate than traditional approaches, with an 89% implementation success rate. Think about what this means for your future. Every great achievement starts with a decision. By engineering your decision-making process, you're not just improving individual choices, you're transforming your entire trajectory. Better decisions compound over time, creating exponentially better outcomes. In our next episode, we'll explore the fascinating world of innovation engineering, how to create breakthrough solutions on demand. But for now, focus on implementing your decision engineering system. Start with one important decision, apply the framework, and track your results. Remember, every master was once a beginner. The key is to start and to trust the process. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of decision engineering. Until next time, keep engineering those better choices. Your future self will thank you for the decisions you make.